I started getting interest in the voluntary work when I was 12 and I got the chance to teach and learn how to sail and windsurf at the same time. Doing this it got me the idea of traveling and the idea of willing to share. When I first got the chance to travel abroad, I decided to take the school program, the youth exchange school programs, so I attended the 4th year of high school in the United States. After I came back from the United States, I decided that I was willing to become a professional sailing instructor. And in order to do that, we were needed to learn some basic first aid. Unfortunately, the lessons weren't quite comprehensive of all the possibilities of things going bad. So I thought myself that I was needing to learn more. And for that reason, I started to volunteer in the ambulance process, in the ambulance programs, because of a feeling that I got about helping others, and also because the trainees, the people that I was training, in the eventuality something was ever going to happen, I was needed to be capable of saving them. One of the problems with youth participation in my local area is connected to the fact that youth don't know what to expect. And if they will participate in a project or in an opportunity, they don't know what they are going to do. So they just won't get out from their comfort zone. This happens mostly because the opportunities arrive too late, and so youth are not used to receive opportunities in this form and to react and to participate in them. So one solution can be giving more opportunities and starting before.
Hi, I'm Carolina. I'm 18 years old, and I live in Cagliari. I've lived in Cagliari for my whole life, and I just started university. I'm a first-year university in biomedical engineering. I decided to do what I do as a class leader, as a body student president, because when I was younger, I realized that the people that were those figures, that were the chain between youngsters and the older generation, were the key to improve and to solve the issues the youngster wouldn't have the voice to bring to policymakers and to those who make decisions as probably the heads of the stakeholders, such as schools, such as policymakers and government and this type of stakeholders, as I said. I would say that I've always been interested in volunteering and in helping others since I was a child, because my background, my grandparents and my whole family, during Christmas time, we would go visit the less fortunate people, and we would bring them presents or food or anything that would actually help them. And I kept doing that until I turned 18, this year actually, where I finally decided to start volunteering as a paramedic in ambulance. And that's what I really like doing it, because I like helping other people, and I would suggest everyone to do it because it's something that gives you something. Even though it looks like you give something to others, they're actually giving something to you. What I consider obstacles for youngsters and for young people when we talk about reaching out and finding their own voice and being more active in their own community is what I would say the biggest ones are the lack of interest, the lack of means, and the lack of youth policies that would help them reach out and look around them and not just blindly stare in their own small reality, but look around and see what's outside, like on the regional level, national level, on the European level. And to achieve that goal, we have to reach the policymakers and find a way to create new youth policies, and youth policies that include everyone, not only the people that have the means or have the chance to reach the bigger level, but starting from the ground and going up.
Hi, I'm Mauro, I'm 25 years old, I'm from Italy. I'm a political activist and I've just finished my master in philosophy. Starting from my personal experience, I come from Sardinia, that is an island, and for us is more difficult to be engaged in national councils or national organisms because we cannot have so many relationships between other political associations from the other parts of Italy. I think that another important obstacle to the political activism is the obsolete tools. And that's why I think that maybe political activism should be promoted through new tools that are closer to the everyday life of young people. I consider myself a lucky person because I'm active on a local level in my community, and I try every day to be inspiring for other young people, and I try to let them become aware of their political power. I reckon that society and policymakers should listen to the proposals and suggestions that come from the political associations, also university or generally political associations created by young people. I think that this one could be a way in which young people would be more interested and motivated to have a role in their community and to understand their role.
Hi, I'm Giulia from Italy. I'm 23 years old and I'm graduated in economics. After my graduation, I spent a few months trying to understand what I would like to do before my master. Actually, I decided to take part to associations because I thought that this could be the best way to spend my free time. I think one of the difficulties in the youth is find yourself, and sometimes it's difficult in a high school contest. I think that youngsters need a place where to stay, where to play, where to meet other person, and associations are the best way to do it. I met beautiful people, I did a lot of experience. Youngsters don't know that these kind of opportunities are very useful for their future. They're not just teaching youngsters how to be in the society or how to act with the others. They are also useful to teach them about their work and how to develop their social skills. I think that even though it's difficult sometimes to find an association to participate with, it's also easy to create a group of people that maybe are interested in a topic altogether and they want to do something. For example, we can start with sports or volunteering activities. I think that if you want to do something, you can find opportunities to do it or create them.
Hello everyone, I'm Sara from Serbia and I finished faculty for special education. I really think and I believe that education is really important, but when I say education, I don't think just, okay, finish faculty and you will be educated. Education is everything we learn in everyday life during our schools, during meeting with our friends, like by influence, by talking about different subjects, by involving in other activities like, for example, NGO activities or some activities that they are in our environment. But still, even if we have a lot of ways to educate ourselves in our 21st century with internet, not all people will be educated. I mean, they will not, okay, I am educated, but I will not use that to participate and to be active in my society. So maybe the most important thing is motivation, personal motivation. And this is where everything starts. But I don't know what motivates every person, because we have all different aspects that they are important for us. But for me, people motivate me. For me, motivation is when I know that I did something for someone that it will be helpful. Maybe for one day, maybe it will be long-term impact. For me, motivation is to have fun. And everything that I do, it's some kind of mix of learning and fun. And I like to learn, I like to try new things and to see, because sometimes I'm not sure will I like something, and I cannot know until I try it. So I try, and then if I like, I continue, and if I don't, I just try other things. And this is what moves me. So maybe some other people have similar things or different things, but just it's important to find this little bubble.
I am Marco Meloni. I am a junior researcher at the Center for Social Study of the University of Coimbra in Portugal. Actually now I'm doing a visiting research in Madrid, the University Complutense. I jumped into academia from a practitioner perspective. I was basically a participant of processes, political processes, social processes. I decided to go deep in that, to know more and to try to improve and to help that sector to have a more effective participation in deep and perspective of the participant also. One of the main question and topic that going around in academia at the moment in our sector is why the people do not participate, and especially why the youngsters do not do it. That is really interesting or really important. We can split the question in two. Why they do it and why they not. Why they not is really important. We are talking about obstacle in the life of the young generation. We are talking about precarity, we are talking about uncertainty in terms of job, in terms of life, relations, in terms of perspective, in terms of the possibility to think about their future. If you are not able to think about the future, it's really difficult that you are able to act and participate. But there are also other important parts of that question. This is why yes, why youngs has to participate. And it's really important because we are talking about incentives. We are talking about to set up, to develop processes that are interesting for them, that are in the topic that they are interested. And this is very important. It's not always like this. And our important element to set up proper processes is to set up processes that are effective, that are concrete. You call the people, you call the young to participate only when you have the possibility to transform this participation in something concrete, when you have results. Otherwise, you are building tokenistic processes that basically end up with nothing, with a big frustration for the participant, and basically jeopardizing the possibility that they join other processes. So if we would like to have processes that are effective, that involve the youngster, we have to look for processes that are concrete, that are into the topic, that they care about it, and they are effective. And this could build a future of participation that could be different, it could be more useful to the objective that we have as society or we have as administration and public administration.